this particular line, it should not be before this line, because if it is going to be before, then it is not correct. Okay, after the acknowledgement only, it is going to give the acknowledgement to this registration, and the report is going to be sent. Then once report is going to be sent to the communication, acknowledgement is being received. Okay, I am sent and data is being received. Acknowledgement will be there. Then serial communication, which it is going to communicate with the information system, the report which is being asked being provided, and immediately the acknowledgement is going to be received. Means the proper communication between the functions, that it is being executed in this. That's why sequence diagrams are more powerful in this. By seeing this, everything could be understood. The functionality of that is going to be understood. State diagrams. These are the diagrams used to show the object respond to different service requests. Means transitions. State transitions are going to be, any triggers, any execution requests are going to be there. We can say that the functions, if it is going to be triggered, I am going to ask some functions. Yes, immediately it is executing. So the triggering is going to be there. Those things are going to be executed in state diagrams. State is going to change from one state to another state. State diagrams are useful for high level abstraction. Okay, usually it is going to be written in the high level abstractions. In detail, that you are going to study the next. The state diagrams are always acts on objects in the system. Okay. Here is the state diagram. One thing you should observe in this here, only one diagram is there. That is filled circle is there. Okay. State diagrams. It is going to status of that particular function that it is being shown in this. Example here, it is being taken as a shutdown. Shutdown is activated. Now you should just want reconfiguring power saver. Configuration system that it is going to the, whether its configuration is done or not, is in the running state will be there. Okay. Shutdown operation it is being given means it goes to the shutdown. Restart operation means again it is going to be in the run state. Remotely, if it is getting controlled, the control is going to be there. Remotely it can be controlled, the running state. Then report status, it is being called to the testing team, whether it is correct or not, the functions are going to execute correct or not, those things are going to be checked. So test is going to be completed and transmit that particular data. Transmission to the again to the running state that it is. From the running state, collect all the informations and summarize it and again transmit it. So you are taking the data and you are summarizing, again you are retransmitting to the running state. Collecting the data and you will be going to executing that particular data to the system. Always the timer will be there for all these things. Within the stipulated time, all these things are going to be get executed. Next is interface specification. Whenever that you will be going to do any projects, all these things are going to be in the form of interactions or interfaces will be there. Object interfaces, function interfaces, okay, module interfaces are going to be present. Those things are to be specified in the system. Here, whether station interfaces, there are two things. One is reporting interface and remote control interface. Now you see whether interface of the report, there is weather report is there, status report is there. Okay. So weather report is going to be the function of weather report is there, then status report is S report is there, W report and status report. In case of this remote control, there are functionalities, there are instruments are going to be present in this. First is start instrument, I status, whether it is started or not. Stop instrument, I status, that should be given. Collect the data, there is also information that I status. Okay. Then power data, provide the data. Yes, there is in the form of string. These things are going to be clubbed, interfaced. Okay, if this is not going to interface with the reporting, it cannot be get executed. We will be not going to get the reports, because start the instrument for the collection of the data, then stop the instrument for the stopping that particular instrument to collect the data. First collect the data, then provide the data. You should provide the data which is getting collected, then it should get reported over here. These two things are going to be clubbed, then only you can able to give the answer. There is an input is there, output should be executed, but for these things, these two models, or you can say objects, are getting interfaced.